I'm Joseph South. I'm the Chief Learning Officer at ISTE, and I'm responsible for our AI Explorations for Educator initiative. This is something that we started with General Motors almost 5 years ago now, when we really wanted to take an approach to AI that was thoughtful, that was anticipating its sort of advent into our world. And it was really fascinating because General Motors came to us and they said, we have a problem. We are making cars, and we already know that we're going to need more AI designers than will ever exist in any projection of the future. Can you help us prepare future AI designers? And I love that they framed it that way, because we want young people to be empowered not just to understand AI, but to design AI, because they are the designers of the future. So ISTE's point of view on this is that given that every student is an AI consumer, and this cannot be overstated, almost everything that we see or hear has been touched by AI. And I'm not just talking about the digital world, but also the physical world. Which products sit at the end of the supermarket aisle? That was decided by AI. Which signage is being put in front of you, determined by AI. What the billboards look like as you drive along the highway, a whole bunch of those designed with AI. It's everywhere. It's sort of the microplastics of media. You cannot escape AI in your world. And so given that every student is an AI consumer and that AI is invisible to them, and given that AI is limited by the values and biases and experiences of its creators, we want to take a stand about what needs to happen. We believe that educators need to know the basics of AI. I know that's a bold statement because a lot of educators are going to say, I don't teach computer science. I'm not a STEM teacher. This is not really my area. But when something is this pervasive, it's a duty, especially for those of us who are responsible for shaping and allowing young minds to thrive, that we understand something that this is pervasive. And, I don't want to always make negative comparisons, but, if AI, if it was a pollutant in the air, we'd be talking about it. And it's not necessarily a pollutant, but it's something that is so ubiquitous that we need to understand at a basic level. Second, educators need to make AI visible to students so they can become savvy consumers of it. It's inescapable. We will not escape AI. We have not escaped AI. We do not escape AI. It's part of our lives. But as it becomes visible to us, if we're aware of it, then we can make better choices about how to consume it. And then we need to prepare students to become AI designers, because they literally are the people who are going to shape the future of AI. It's not very likely that I'm going to shift careers to be an AI designer, but it's highly likely that my students will be designing AI, and they will absolutely be using it professionally. And because AI is limited by the biases that are inherent in it, the more diverse the participants, the better chance we have of creating AI that is less biased than it might otherwise be. So I want to give you a little sense of what we're doing at ISTE. I've got about a 1 minute, 30-second video, and then I'll talk through some of the ways we've been engaging educators in the work.
Well, at one point, AI was in the distant future. Well, that future is now. As educators, we need to prepare our students to interact with AI in safe, thoughtful, intelligent ways.
Most of the time, when people hear artificial intelligence, especially a teacher, you are a little intimidated. But after going through the AI Explorations course, I gained way more confidence.
AI Explorations provides a variety of free resources and opportunities for educators. Everything from our online PD course to our hands-on AI project guides, as well as a webinar series and an online PLN community.
The AI hands-on guide and the ISTE course that I took about artificial intelligence really gave me everything I needed to teach my 5th grade class about artificial intelligence.
I'm really inspired by the fact that they're able to grasp onto these concepts. And I've even had some students realize I could be that person to create something using artificial intelligence.
I think learning about AI with Ms. Wright is really fun. How I hope to be involved with AI in the future is that I might maybe later make a robot that can pick up trash or help the environment.
So I really love the way that video ends with that student talking about how they can really engage this process and create a robot that could pick up trash. So already students are starting to see how they fit. So we have this course, we've provided it to over 2,000 educators. It teaches them the basics of AI, it teaches them how to teach about AI, and most importantly, it teaches them about helping young people become AI designers. We also have absolutely free, open source, no charge, 5 hands-on AI project guides for the classroom. And as you can see, this covers elementary, secondary, even electives. Teachers can do activities that teach students about AI. And then we have one guide specifically focused on computer science teachers and one on ethics. So go to iste.org/AI. These are in English, Arabic, and Spanish. And a lot of these are hands-on. They're not, if you go through the guide, you'll see that they're not all digital activities. There's a lot that students need to understand about pattern recognition and how sensors work and what AI can see and can't see, that can all be taught with manipulatives, with physical things rather than digital things. ISTE is also part of an international movement called Teach AI. This is being led by ISTE, Code.org, ETS, Khan Academy, and the World Economic Forum. And we've really joined together to look globally at where this is all heading. And so we felt like the educator voice was getting a little lost in some of these conversations. And so we wanted to bring that to the fore. So Teach AI is focused on policy recommendations at every level for using AI safely. We also will be updating the K-12 CS framework for curriculum in K-12 to incorporate teaching about AI and teaching using AI. And then we're also really interested in public engagement. This needs to be a conversation. Nobody has all the answers, nobody. And when you have a CEO of a giant company saying, please regulate me, you know you're in a place where people do not have all the answers. And then of course we want to really focus on the ethics and safety of the technology. I did want to just address one of the questions I saw in the chat. I know we're going to get to all of them, but I've been thinking about it ever since it was asked. I think this is by Tom Leitz. And I hope I'm not stealing your thunder, Dave, but it says, as you discuss augmenting versus disrupting and AI becoming a great disruptor, if cost was not an issue, how would you want to see AI leveraged to create true disruption to change the way we think about pedagogy? So one thing that really comes to mind on that question is, we know that the more relevant we can make our teaching experiences to the lives and interests of students, the more engaged they'll be. However, we have 30 students in a classroom, and we just can't personalize to that degree. Even if you can personalize to their level of expertise or knowledge or understanding about a topic, whether they love soccer or plushies or want to be a biologist or a basketball player, it just doesn't enter into the equation. Well, with AI, that can. You could actually create a curriculum approach where students bring their interests to the classroom. And the instruction is then automatically customized to problems and dilemmas and opportunities in their areas of interest. And it can just really, in the future, I imagine that, my son is obsessed with wolf conservation. There is no reason that he couldn't be learning about statistics and algebra and writing all from that point of view with the help of something like an AI tool. And that's just one idea. There's many, many more. So with that, I'll turn it over to Dave for questions.